Warning, this is a pest control video. If you're not comfortable watching this content, please switch off now. You have been warned.
I'm at my local permission this morning. I've kept on top of this one with it being a residential perm, but over the last week or so I've spotted about 3 greys on the feeder, or on the tree next to the feeder. So I've come down this morning hoping to bag a few. Tool of choice today is the BRK Ghost with the 2.2 barrel on. The pellets I'm using are the 17 grain 2.2 QYS pellets. It's the first time I've tried these on live quarry, so we'll see how they go. I did a short video last week about the QYS pellets and just hitting targets. They're as accurate as I need them to be, so they should be okay today. The scope on the top is the DNT Zulus scope 5-20. Only about half an hour to wait for the first one in the morning, which was really nervous about going to the feeder, so I just decided to take the shot where it sat. Here's the second one coming down the tree. Only 5 minutes later, and number 2 comes clambering down the tree. It does spot the dead grey underneath, but just decides to go to the feeder anyway. More than 2 hours to wait before number 3 arrived. I was just in the process of starting to pack up when I saw this one climbing down the tree. If you live in the County Durham area, please pop in to Wheatley Hill Pet and Corn and help support small local businesses. Number 4 came from the right hand side down a tree. I was expecting it to go to the feeder, but it had other things on its mind, like the dead grey underneath, and I had a good investigate before eventually climbing up the tree and going to the feeder. In clips like this, I think it's important to show the behaviour of some greys when they see dead greys underneath the feeder. Some aren't bothered at all, but others take a keen interest in what's lying on the ground.
Some of these squirrels must be absolutely riddled with fleas. This one coming down the tree was the last one of the morning. Although after I'd shot this, I could hear another grey distress calling, but it didn't come anywhere near the tree. It's a couple of days later and I'm back out with the BRK Ghost running the 22 QYS pellets with the DNT Zulus scope on top. I'm back at one of my permissions which I haven't shot for about 6 or 7 weeks, but that's due to the fact that the feed inside the 12 litre feeder hasn't been going down too quickly. But the last 1 to 2 weeks it's been going down steadily, so I'm back here to see what I can pick up this morning. So let's see how I got on. I was all set up and in the hide for 7 o'clock, and it took 30 minutes for the first one to arrive at the feeder. And this one came down 3 minutes later, but it did go underneath to inspect the dead grey before going up to the feeder. This is 20 minutes later, but as you'll see, the first shot wasn't a clean dispatch, as it was still moving and it was clinging to the feeder. So I had to wait till I get a clear line of sight to take the second shot to dispatch it. But just in case, I went out to pick it up and it already expired by the time I got there. It doesn't happen very often, but I do hate it when this sort of thing happens, as I don't like to see anything suffer. But I think it's important to show when things don't quite go according to plan. Nobody's perfect. I was actually hoping this was going to drop off the feeder so I'd go out and dispatch it, but sadly it didn't. So I just had to be patient in order to get the clean headshot that it needed. It's only 8:40 and this was the last grey of the morning. When I came down the tree and went to the feeder, I did nearly pull the trigger a couple of times, and even when I did pull the trigger, I thought it had actually moved, so I went straight out with the rifle just in case. But I needn't have worried, as it was stone dead. As far as the QYS 22 pellets are concerned, this is my second trip out using the 22 pellets and no problems whatsoever. Just as accurate as the 177s. So when these come out, hopefully in the next few months, I think I'll be having a few tins of these to stock up with. Well, that's it. It's gone 10:30 now and there's been nothing for about the last 2 hours, but I've finished on 4. Was hoping for a few more, but never mind. No doubt it'll be more productive later on in the year, so we'll see what happens then. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy watching the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and put a comment in the comment box. In the meantime, here's 2 from the archive for you to watch.